Leo, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy for the next week or so via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Leo. I hope that you are doing well this week. It's been a little hectic. You know, we're in Pisces season. It's really heightening that water element in the astrology, triggering feelings, emotions around a lot of different stuff that we're navigating through. And we're feeling the feels, right? It can be pretty heavy. It can feel defeating, depressing, sad, etc. And even though it's highlighting some aspects in our life that we're not feeling incredibly comfortable around, it's actually giving us vital information on how to change the narrative, change the direction, change the perspective, that value of not continuing to try to get results by doing the same thing over and over and over again, especially when it's not working, right? And half the battle is just recognizing that it's not really working. You know, oftentimes we'll try this way and that, hoping for different results. But as soon as we kind of just see that things, well, it's being shown to us whether we want to listen or not, unfortunately. Or not, right? Like it's all about choices and how we want to recognize what's going on and ways that we can improve or evolve our life. That's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing, set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. It's a great way to cleanse out some of that limitation, restriction that we might be coming into. It's also a really good time to set your own intention as well for the reading, especially if you've come into this with something on your heart, on your mind, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over, Leo. Be open to receive. And I also do personal readings. I provide a variety of health and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at what's going on in your specific situation, I'd be happy to support. Or if you're just looking for a realignment of body, mind, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultation. When we're taking care of ourselves, when we're in alignment, we're better situated to make choices that actually honor our heart, our desires, what we want long term, and therefore bring us happiness and fulfillment. And we deserve that 100%. So if you want to connect, if you resonate, vibe with my energy, definitely reach out. I would love to help and support in whatever way I can. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it, Leo. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure love and grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being, so we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. We all need a little extra love, especially right now, right? Like I was mentioning, the energy has definitely been heavy. And, you know, I feel like in some ways, Spirit is really challenging you this week, Leo, to step out of your comfort zone, to not get so tunnel visioned into maybe your own pursuits. Like, I'm not saying you have to be super subservient to everyone else in your life and your environment. I just get this energy of kind of, taking a step back 100% with this Halitrife Massey. We actually got this in our overarching or our collective reading, when the shorts. Check it out today if you're interested. And it is really talking about getting clear with yourself, and sometimes in order to do that, we need to take a step back. We need to take a step back and really understand what our vision is. Maybe not engaging so much. Maybe you've gotten a little bit drunk on your power, is what I'm hearing. This value of how you can kind of dictate and control the narrative, the energy. I'm not saying this in shade to you at all. I think it's really amazing when we can tap into that power and really use it to wield, to manifest what we desire. It does kind of look like, in some ways though, Leo, this has set you apart from community. Or your community, your inner circle has really changed because of this. This could look like a level up for you. Places where, even if you're not 100% certain where you're going at this point, whatever you've come through has forced you to see your power, to understand your power, to understand your ability to rise above, to go this idea of going to the depths of self, to be able to understand who you are and how you operate, and then cultivate that in your power, in your empowerment, and the way that you move forward. And it does look like you do have a lot of options on the horizon, is what I'm seeing. And you're in this space of really trying to figure out what direction you are headed. But I feel like you might be sitting a little bit like, okay, so I'm hearing this as twofold. It's like basically like saying like, don't move full stream ahead. Make sure that you're taking this. It doesn't have to be a snail's pace, but I feel like you need to slow down a little bit, because there is more that's unfolding that's going to help give you a clearer picture. And I do feel like some of this is coming through community. Whether you are looking for something that is a little bit more spiritually based, i.e. the Stonehenge. But, it can even just be like people, energies that you vibe with, that feel authentic, that feel true, that don't feel like it's necessarily like this superficial, this, that, and the other, like trying to keep up with the Joneses, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so we're starting off the reading with your energy in full focus. And I feel like you've spent a lot of time cultivating your power. And on some level, I'm hearing like, again, this is kind of that weird energy I'm picking up where it's time to take action, because right now, activate is being blocked in your energy. You're also coming up with the Three of Wands, where you're still waiting. You're still waiting on someone or something, waiting to see how someone is going to make some decisions moving forward. But it does feel like this might be clouding your vision a little bit, because you are taking the focus off of yourself. I feel like either you're waiting for this person's situation to offer you something, or you're waiting to offer them something with this Eight of Cups. There's a desire for connection. There's a desire for some type of reconvening. And I feel like at this, I don't know, there's something about this where something is feeling unsettled. And I don't know, Leo, like, yeah, someone doesn't want to participate. Someone doesn't want to play. So if you feel like you're waiting a lot this week, that, sometimes when people don't make a decision, not making a decision is still making a decision. And that's kind of how I'm seeing this. Like, it's almost like whatever offer is on the table, whether it's coming from you or from someone else, it feels a little toxic. 7 of Cups, debauchery, overindulgence in the potential, in the possibility of what is. And that's where I'm hearing, like, back to that original channeled message, like, you got to come down and be in the practical world, right? Not necessarily living up here in the fantasy, in the bubble. I get it, because you're feeling good, you're feeling strong, but some of this is a false sense of ego. And again, I don't say that to throw shade. It's that value of just making sure you're not getting too sucked into, like, the arrogance and the pride and kind of like me type energy, because that can be detrimental, is what I'm hearing, right? Like, you want to keep this power in check and balance. We all know that power can be, well, it's like one of the 7 deadly sins, right? This value of lust, greed, etc., lording over can, like, definitely turn south. And I'm not saying you're feeling that extreme of emotions, but what I'm seeing is that it looks like there are some things, past energies, that are still working themselves out, that are still coming to completion. But it's also saying that, like, I feel like there might be this value of you waiting a little bit too much on that, waiting a little too long for someone who is not really even that interested or willing to come forward quite yet, or maybe even in the near future, because this does feel like someone or something, earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, someone who's just stubborn is what I'm hearing. Like, they kind of just want it to be their own way. And I'm not even really sure that they're looking to readdress anything with you. Maybe they've said that in the past. Maybe this is someone who kind of, like, left you hanging or made promises that, hey, I'll get back in touch with you in the future, and then they never follow through. And for some reason, you're still kind of waiting on this to surface, to come to a close. But it's, like I said, there is this value of it's kind of keeping you stuck a little bit in past energies that could be really toxic, or looping you back into the same cycle. And Spirit's actually showing you that there is something around the corner. Like, I feel like this is definitely, it's time to make a choice. It's time to make a choice, Leo, about being aware, understanding what this is. Prince of Cups, King of Cups in the traditional deck. Rider-Waite, I should say. This is the Thoth Tarot. So this value of whether you're choosing your own happiness, whether you're choosing your own fulfillment, or if you're gonna get on someone else's roller coaster ride. That's what this energy feels like. Very selfish to some capacity, right? Like, their emotions set precedents. They'll react, they'll respond with little thought, little understanding of how it might affect you, or kind of that value of reciprocity. I feel like it's making it really clear the types of people, situations that you do want around you that do feel authentic. A lot of times when we diffuse our responsibility, when we take that step back, the way people act and behave becomes very clear. And like I said, it looks like you have an energy coming towards you. They're taking a minute. I don't think this is happening this week per se, because they're kind of getting some of their own stuff in order. I feel like they have something they're wrapping up, closing out a cycle with, someone who still is kind of like picking, poking, prodding at them, wanting a reaction, wanting to And this is someone who's just been working really hard to make their way to you, is what I'm seeing. And it looks like, again, this is the final quarter of the moon. So when we're closing out different cycles, Leo, 100%. And we have to rely on this Chiron energy, wound healer energy. It is... If we sometimes when we miss the lesson, then we just loop ourselves back into the same situation. It might be different people, different faces, but it's the same type of energy. And Spirit's like, make sure that you learn this. Make sure that you learn this. You're at the tail end. There's a lot that's closing out around you. There's some goodness that's coming towards you that I feel like is closing out the old, opening up to new. It's going to allow you to see a lot more clearly what your direction is moving forward. And some of this you just have to activate through your boundaries. All right, Leo, thank you so much for your time, energy always. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here today. If you did, definitely drop comments below. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. Know I'm sending it back your way.